What is going on, you guys? Welcome to a brand new video. So, Nvidia Shield TV. This is a 2018 one, which not really that much big a difference, except this one can do 4K HDR Android TV. So you can watch like your Netflix in 4K with HDR and all that stuff, as long as you have an HDR and a 4K TV. Let's see, and on the back here says on the box like 4K HDR, voice control, Google Assistant, advanced gaming, play a new class of Android games on Shield. So this one is the 16 gigabyte model. They didn't have the 500 gigabyte. I'm not keeping this. I know I say that a lot, which is true though. I never really keep the majority, like 90% of the things I get, I don't end up keeping. I just end up returning it. So they had this option and another one for the exact same price without the controller, and I was like, well, that's the stupidest thing I ever heard. Obviously I'm gonna get the one with the controller if it's the same price, and it was the same price. So I got the one with the controller, TV remote, console, and all that good stuff. I was always curious about this thing, so I'm gonna go ahead and open it now. I was always freaking curious about this thing. I just didn't know if it was like any good or worth even getting. You guys already know how much I freaking hate tape. Like, you know already the struggle between me and tape. Come on. Oh, snap. Oh my god. It's so much tinier than I thought. Look at this. Oh my gosh. This is the package. This is exactly what you see as soon as you open it. Oh my goodness. Alright, I'm going to take out the controller first. The TV controller. And wow. That is extremely tiny. Is any of this touch or no? I'm not even too sure. So here's a remote. There's the microphone right up there where you press this, say open YouTube, Netflix, all that good stuff. You got the back button here. This, I'm not sure what that is. I want to say it's the home button. Then you got navigation. I believe it's just like up, down, left, right. And then select things. I don't think this is touch for you to like scroll around. I'm not sure if this is also, you know, like... I forgot how you call that. Wow, I forgot how you call that. You know, like if it has a little mouse thing on the screen, then you can move this around so like that to click on things. But this is actually really, really small. I don't even know, how do you charge this thing? Like, does it even charge? That's what I'm trying to figure out right now. Apparently it can't charge. Like, okay, I don't know how you charge it or what kind of batteries it runs on, but whatever. Doesn't tell me, so I guess I'll figure it out later. I see something here actually. I feel like there's a thing here that opens up. Alright, but anyway. So that's the controller, the TV controller. And the console itself. Wow. This is insane. I really, really, really like the look of this thing. Check this out. Look how small this is. Imagine if every console was this small. Look at that. You can see the green right in there. Check that out, man. That is sick. Oh my gosh. Imagine if every console was this size. Like... if this thing was powerful enough, like, I mean, I've seen the videos, like the press conferences where they show it playing, like, Borderlands, the pre-sequel and all that stuff, which is really cool. I like all that. But if they make a more, I want them to make a more powerful version of this thing that'll be able to, like, run games right off the system, not, like, just streaming it. Like, they do have Nvidia, I don't think it's called Grid anymore. I think it's Nvidia something where it's a streaming service. It streams PC games to your Nvidia Shield. It has two USB ports, one HDMI, one Ethernet port, and what is that right here? That is an I have no idea. I'm not sure what that is. Oh, I believe that's the power. I'm sorry, that's like where you plug it in to power it on. And there's no on button, so I'm guessing obviously you must turn it on with controller here, so you can make it stand like that or lay it flat, doesn't really matter. And I really like this. God, if every console's like this, I'd be taking this with me everywhere. Alright, so let me put this down for a second. Whoa, snap. That is sick. Alright, so first I'm going to start with this. So here's the power brick. I like that. It says right there, Nvidia, right on there. You guys can see that right there, clear as day. Alright, good. So yeah, I was right. So that's where you charge. It doesn't use like any like micro USB or USB Type-C charger. It has its own thing, port right there. Alright, so that's pretty cool. That's cool, you know, hey, whatever float your boat. That's all good to me. And it has a little thingy here. What is this? Oh, okay. This is for like if you want to change, like if you're not in the US, you change this to like whatever else you're using. I had to cut the video there. I had a call coming in. But yeah, alright, so alright, you guys saw the power brick right here, Nvidia with its own dedicated plug-in right there. I'm not sure what they would call that, USB type F, I have N, I don't know. Anyway, alright, so this, this is pretty sick. I just hope that it feels, oh man, it doesn't feel cheap. Oh my god. This is literally, this is an official Nvidia controller, like built by Nvidia. This is insane. Oh my god, wait, how did, oh my god, I love this. I freaking love this. So it has the home button, ABXY, clicky, okay. I'm not sure how I feel about that D-pad, but I mean, it feels alright. Clicky LB and RB buttons, cool. Real triggers, not as great obviously as the Xbox One triggers, but good. Let's see, alright, I just want to, okay, I'm sorry, I'm like really into it. Check this out. Oh lord, look at that. Look at that design right there. You see all that? Like that, look at that, man. How freaking cool is this controller? Every time when like you turn around, it just looks like it's shifting colors for some reason, like from gray to black. How cool is that? So, okay, so like right off the bat, like holding this controller is so comfortable. I kind of wish like the grips down here were a little bit bigger, but like a little bit thicker. But it's just other than that, it's like extremely comfortable. I love the analog sticks. They're like risen up just the same amount pretty much as like the Xbox One controller. It does have like a slight grip over the analog sticks. Love the feel of it. The ABXY button's a little bit mushy to me. I don't know how I feel about that. The directional pad right here, it's alright. You know, it's clicky, but I don't know, like really. I wouldn't say it's great for like fighting games, so I definitely am not going to say that. The LB/RB buttons are clicky, but also somewhat mushy, it feels. The triggers feel pretty good too, but again, remember, this is going to be mainly for like Android gaming, okay? This isn't going to be like you're going to be playing like Halo 5 or Call of Duty with this thing. This is just mainly just for like, you know, some quick Android games, like maybe some Shadowgun Legends, some Modern Combat 5, all that good stuff right there. This is also a microphone up here, so just in case like you have this closer to you and you don't have this nearby, you can say what you want through the controller here. Has the Nvidia Shield home button up here, right here in the middle. It has play, back, and I believe that's home button as well. No, this is the home button. Well, the circle, I don't know what the circle stands for yet, but this is really cool. Wow, man. I want to keep it so badly. Well, so far, just by, oh, it says Shield right there. So far, by the look of it and the feel of it, I want to keep it. Like, very badly, I want to keep it, but I don't know how it performs. Like, I don't know, like, I'm sure the games, Android games, are going to run great, but I need to know, see how the user interface is, what games work on it, and all that other stuff. I also want to try Nvidia Shield, the streaming service that they have, see how that is, and if it's worth it, then I'm going to let you guys know. Maybe I'll get another one in the future to keep it, but for now, I just want to show you guys. So right now we're going to switch over and check this out in action. So let's do that. So as you guys saw, that is my unboxing and a little bit of gameplay. Sorry if you hear a bird in the background. I'm telling you, I'm going to sell this bird and it's never going to be heard of again. Maybe I'll make like in memory of this annoying bird kind of video, but for right now I really need to sell that thing. So yeah, you guys saw gameplay of the Nvidia Shield TV. Now I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on it. So let's see here. I like it. I think it's really awesome. I think it's a great idea, but it doesn't have as much support as I was hoping it would. For example, it doesn't really have like big title like Android games, especially a game like Modern Combat 5. It's not even on there, and Modern Combat 5 is an esports game. That's not even on there. They have Modern Combat 4 that you have to pay for it. And I logged in with my account. I purchased Modern Combat 4 a long time ago, and for some reason it's not there. It's not letting me it's not letting me download it. So I just said freak it. It doesn't have as many games as I was hoping that it would, that I know have control support, but for some reason they just, I guess, didn't get enough support on it, which is really weird because the Nvidia Shield TV is just an Android device that you can play on your TV. But everything else about it was really cool. The user interface took me a little bit to get used to in a way. I know it's actually really simple, but in the beginning I was rushing through it, so I was trying to like figure things out like right away just so I could get this video out. I got used to it, of course, and it was okay. You know, the interface was okay. Now when it came to the microphone talking into the controller, whichever one of the controllers, to access different apps like go to YouTube, Netflix, all that other stuff, it would listen to me, but sometimes it wouldn't really understand me very well, and I could be speaking very clearly as I am like right now, and it would still have some trouble knowing what I'm saying. I would say something like Shadowgun Legends, and then I'll even repeat myself. I'll sound like a robot. Shadowgun Legend, and it still didn't find it for some reason. So that was a little bit frustrating, but maybe something like that we could fix with an update, even though when I got the thing, it had an update and I updated it, still didn't work well. It didn't work well. But when it came to actual gameplay of games like Shadowgun Legends, like Shadowgun Dead Zone, and I forget what other game I played on it too. I played a little bit of Jade Empire, the Android version. That ran beautifully. All the games ran amazing on it. It ran perfectly. No issues, no lag, no nothing. The controller for the Nvidia Shield TV is very, very comfortable. So playing shooters, platformers, hack and slash games works perfectly on it. You guys saw a couple games that I showed. Probably one of the coolest things though about the Nvidia Shield is that you don't really need a PC. You just need really good internet. So for example, I can actually access all my Steam games through the cloud, and I could just download something like Doom. It actually runs off their servers, like through the cloud, which is ridiculously awesome. I thought that was amazing that it was actually able to do that. So really, you don't actually need a PC if you have Steam games. You could just buy an Nvidia Shield TV as long as you have good internet, and you can play all the games you own on your Steam account. It even has an option to plug in a keyboard and mouse through Bluetooth or USB, because it does have USB ports in the back. So you can still play your games keyboard and mouse, PC Master Race style, which I didn't get to try. The one thing I did try that I saw, oh my gosh. So I was able to access BlizzNet, the app, and I logged into my BlizzNet account and I actually got to play Overwatch. I downloaded the game, installed it through the cloud and everything, and I was playing Overwatch via the internet. It blew my mind, the fact that something this small, smaller than a game case, smaller than a Switch game case, I was actually able to play Overwatch, and it ran great. You can even change the graphics settings if you want. Like if you want to raise resolution, raise the graphics, you can do all of that. But you gotta make sure you have a good internet connection. So for me, I just left everything on automatic, and it ran great. There was even times where the graphics ended up increasing because my internet speeds were better than what it originally registered as. I wish I could have shown you guys full gameplay of like a full match of Overwatch, but it was really hard to play and hold the camera at the same time. So I'm really sorry about that, but just take my word on it. Just take my word for it. If you have good internet and you have an Nvidia Shield TV, you can play all the games that you have on your Steam. You can play your BlizzNet games like StarCraft, Overwatch, all that good stuff. Since you purchased the Nvidia Shield TV, you actually have access to free GeForce Now games. So there's only about maybe 8 free games that you get to play. One of them is BioShock Remastered. You get to play that. Tomb Raider, Shadow of the Tomb Raider. No, I'm sorry, not Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Rise of the Tomb. Was it Rise? I'm really trying to think. I think it was Rise of the Tomb Raider or the original Tomb Raider. One of those games, and a few other ones that you get to play as well. But once you buy this thing, you're pretty much set. Like, you have games to play. You got your Android and PC games that you get to enjoy, and it's so easy to travel with. You just literally could put it in your pocket and just take it with you on the go. Take it with you to a friend's house. I freaking loved it. Unfortunately, I don't have it anymore. I actually returned it because I really needed the money more than the actual system. So yeah, but doesn't mean I'm not going to get one later on in the future. Who knows? I might end up buying another one, and later on I may get the 500 gig model. That'd be nice. So let's see here. I'm just going to cut to the chase. Is the Nvidia Shield TV worth buying for $180? Well, yes. It is definitely worth it. You have two options. You get the Nvidia Shield TV 16 gig model, which comes with the system and the remote control, or you can choose the 16 gig model again that comes with the Nvidia Shield, the remote, and the game controller. Obviously, you're going to choose the one that comes with both the remote and the game controller because it's the same price for $180. Now, if you want to spend a little bit more, I'm not sure if it's $200 or $300. Not too sure about that. It's the 500 gig model. Now, that one I would recommend if you're going to be playing like PC games, because 16 gigs is not enough to do anything. Like, you could download maybe 4 games and hope that, you have enough space to download maybe a little bit of extra apps. But yeah, I'd recommend the 500 gig model, but if you don't mind having 16 gigs, just get the $180 version then. 16 gigs, you can still play your PC games, stream it through the GeForce Now, and you can still play a few Android games as well. So it's still a win. I think my one complaint about it is that it doesn't have a web browser. Well, it does have a web browser. It's not. For some reason, I couldn't find it. At least I tried typing it in. I tried using the voice search thing. I couldn't find Chrome at all. I couldn't find Chrome. I couldn't find Firefox. I had to download these weird third-party web browser apps that were okay, but kind of crappy, to be honest. So I wouldn't recommend it for web browsing, but for everything else, video streaming, gaming, all that other good stuff, it's definitely worth it. $180 is not that bad. I mean, if you don't have a PlayStation, an Xbox, a Nintendo Switch, and you just want something that you can do your streaming on with Netflix, you want to watch YouTube videos, you want to check out sports, weather, all that other good stuff, and you may want to let your kid play a few games on the TV on the big screen, it's definitely worth it. I mean, it's a streaming device and it's also a gaming device, so it's a win for everybody in the household basically. So if I had to rate this thing, let's see, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. I'm going to say that because it doesn't have a lot of games that I would have hoped that I would have been able to play on it, so it doesn't really have a lot of support in that area, but it does have a good amount of games to play. A lot of them are for you to purchase. There is a section for free games, there's not a lot of it, even though there's a lot of games that I know have controller support, but they just didn't put it on the Nvidia Shield, which is kind of disappointing. But other than that, you could just slap some Terrarium TV on there. You can Netflix, I guess, if you don't want to use Terrarium. You got your sports, you got your gaming, all that stuff on this little device like this. Keep that in mind. I have a Note 8, okay? It's slightly bigger than my Note 8. That's how crazy it is, and I loved it. It was great to have. So yeah, 4 out of 5. Do I recommend it? Yes. For $180, you can't go wrong. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch all you amazing, beautiful people at another time, another video. Take care.